Good evening, I'm Sean Green. This is Sports Night. The Barbados Pride team is ready to defend their regional Super 50 title. So says newly appointed skipper Craig Brathwaite, who will be taking the lead for the first time in the absence of Jason Holder, who's recovering from an elbow injury. The Pride will be taking on the Trinidad and Tobago Red Force in their opening game, and first-time skipper Craig Brathwaite is looking forward to the challenge. His opposite number, Danish Ramden, says that his side has some young, exciting talent ready to take on the Bajans at home.
Some young, exciting players like the Puran, Evan Lewis, those guys are in back in our team. Those guys are.
And we do apologize for the poor quality of that audio. Well, just a reminder that that match between the Barbados Pride and the Trinidad and Tobago Red Force that opens the Super 50, that will begin tomorrow in the day-night encounter, Kensington Oval at 2 p.m. Meanwhile, Roddy Eswick has been sacked as the West Indies bowling coach. The 56-year-old Barbadian, who joined the Caribbean side his coaching staff about 20 months ago, will be replaced by a coach from outside of the region. The news comes as the West Indies are set to compete in the ICC World Cup qualifiers, that's in Zimbabwe in March. We get more in this report from TVJ in Jamaica.
Former Barbados fast bowler Roddy Eswick has been the West Indies bowling coach since May 2016. When he replaced Kirkley Ambrose, who had served as a consultant. But while not wanting to name the coach, Cameron says with the team having struggled recently in New Zealand, the change will be made official before the March 4 to 25 tournament.
A different bowling coach. We will solidify the batting.
Who is that? Who's the bowling coach?
I'm not sure. I'm at liberty to disclose at this point.
But you're the big man in it.
Well, you know,
you have the liberty. You can take liberties.
Protocol. But he's not from the region.
Okay.
Again, we want to bolster our bowling. Because again, I believe if we have good bowlers, then whatever we get to make our batting, we'll take care of that.
Well, Barbadian fast bowler Jofra Archer is in high demand as a T20 specialist after being selected to play for the Quetta Gladiators in the Pakistan Super League as a replacement for all-rounder Carlos Brathwaite. Now, Brathwaite will miss the PSL and will instead play for the West Indies in that World Cup qualifier competition in Zimbabwe in March. Now, this comes 2 days after Archer was picked up by the Rajasthan Royals for $1.125 million in the Indian Premier League auction. The 22-year-old all-rounder plies his trade at Sussex and recently extended his county form into the Bangladesh Premier League and then the Big Bash League. He claimed a double wicket maiden on his BBL debut for the Hobart Hurricanes and continued to impress with his rapid pace. In addition, he has a strike rate of just a tick under 144 with the bat, which makes him an exciting prospect. In news of basketball, well, Springer Memorial put on a basketball clinic at home, and this was in Government Hill, in the recent secondary schools girls basketball tournament. They dismantled St. George Secondary by a whopping 45 points. Take a look. St. George and the Green had traveled all the way to Government Hill to be abused, badly beaten and bamboozled by the Springer Memorial girls, and the whipping came from the very first whistle. And why is no one marking Tonya Trotman? Come on, that's an easy 2. And wait, again? Too easy, St. George. A kiss off the boards. Here's St. George with a clever steal and a long ball to Tarina Clark. And even that, she missed. And Shania Padmore's backup attempt was just as off target, summing up a poor shooting day for the Lions of St. George. In another sport, you would often hear of a shooting star press. But is this a shooting star pass? That's the best way to describe this play, collected by Roshana Thorpe, going coast to coast to gather 2 more of her game-high 22 points. And the Lions' woes continued, this shot falling into the hands of Springer Memorial. Thorpe is found once more, and 2 more easy points in the till. And after the first half had ended 34-1, the SMS girls eased off the gas a little. Dorena Phillips, a bit reluctant, but offered another chance as she took advantage, getting 2 of her 6. Ariane Fields running away with a good feeling after this play and enjoying every minute of it. Phillips also enjoying a good game for Springer as well. Easing to the bucket almost in slow motion, as the Roaring Lions of St. George were reduced to mere kittens on the court by Springer Memorial, who won 55-9.
Well, time to hit the track, and Yellow House are once again the champions at the Wesley Hall Junior School. Today at the National Stadium, Yellow tallied 554.5 points to soar past Blue House by 47 points to be named the winners for the 3rd year running. Now, Green House finished 3rd with 492, while Red, they were 4th with 452. Malik Amy was named the Victor Ludorum with 48 points, and Lanisha Yearwood, she collected the victories with 38. CBC's Akleen Kinket was there for some of the action.
Wesley Hall ready to heat up the track. Girls under 9 150 meters. Off the bend, the green team turned up for the action. Shakira Hinkson is her name, and she forced her way to the front, winning it easily ahead of Tazaria Garner of red, while Skal Waldron followed for the bronze. Under 9 boys, and this one had no runaway winner. This was a fight to the finish, evenly poised around the bend and down the straight. It was not until the very end that Xavion Baptiste of red pipped Armani Hines of green for the gold. Tonico White of yellow followed them to finish in 3rd. Under 11 girls, and it was a blue affair in this one. Down the straight, Jasmine Blair showed her class. She's the main attraction, no trailer was needed. She blows them away to be crowned the champion. 2nd was her teammate Kyla McConney, while Shireen Shepherd of red was 3rd. Under 11 boys, and the red team was here for business. Down the straight, they weren't stopping. They came for the points and the medals. 1st goes to Malik Amy, while 2nd was Denari Jokes. 3rd went to Samaj Best of blue. Under 13 girls out and gone. Around the bend, the race was between Green House and Yellow House. Down the straight, Lanicia Herod switched gears and pressed the North button to collect the gold. She leaves Ariel Grant in the dust, but she's good for 2nd, while Donisa Lord, also of green, was 3rd. And the big boys, and he's the star, no introduction needed, Kevion Newton, sending all calls to his competitors for knapsack. Dominance at its best. Will they catch him today? Not a chance. He takes this race to the cleaners. Finishes his task in a canter. 2nd was Carlos Barton, also of yellow, while Javion Whitehall of blue was 3rd. That's that for Wesley Hall. Next assignment, knapsack. Akeem Klinkett, CBC Sports.
Thanks, Akeem. Well, Britain's United and Silver Sands remain deadlocked at the top of the standings in the BFA Williams Equipment Preseason Cup. Now, both teams have 4 points from 2 matches in Zone 1 after playing to a 3-all draw at Orange Hill last evening. Britain's Hill, though, have the edge on goal difference. CBC's Damien Best reports.
Orange Hill, the venue for the Preseason Cup. Silver Sands battling Britain's Hill in black. Silver Sands adding some pace to their counter-attack here, and cross coming in, directed into the back of the onion by compliments Mario Burkett in the 16th minute. Silver Sands 1, Britain's Hill 0. Well, it stayed that way until the 2nd half. 51st minute, long ball into the 18-yard box. Somebody forgot about Dante McLean. Britain's Hill pay the price. That's 2-0 in favor of Silver Sands. 5 minutes later, Britain's Hill would finally get on the score sheet. A lot of ball watching and Silver Sands losing their shape. Dante Greenidge, all access pass into the 6-yard box. That's 2-1. The boys in black on the road to recovery. 69th minute, playing with renewed vigor. A bit of tag team action. Elson Miggins, the finisher. How sweet it is. We're tied at 2-all. Henderson Richards got the go-ahead goal for Britain's Hill in the 82nd minute. But this was the defining moment. Silver Sands with a free kick. The header to Sylvester Small with the extra effort in the 89th minute to earn Silver Sands a slice of the pie. This one finishing 3-all. Damien Best, CBC Sports.
Thanks, Damien. Meanwhile, UWI Blackbirds won by default against Rendezvous. And we're back. Well, a new under-16 cricket tournament recently started around the island with the sole purpose of developing cricket in the community. The Community Cricket League under-16 limited overs competition includes 6 teams, and it helps bridge the gap between the under-13 age groups and the other older age groups. Now, the chief organizer, Franklin Stevenson, says that in the past, a lot of talented players have stopped playing the game after the age of 13, or after the under-18 age group, that is. So this tournament will help to keep the youngsters interested, and which will in turn help the country and the region. Stevenson also added another innovation in this tournament that will help the players to be seen outside of the country and will also help them with their everyday life. So for that, Stevenson gets tonight's extra time.
We would love to have each individual child in the program sponsored, and so that gives the average Barbadian an opportunity to help, as they all say that they would like to do, to assist a young person. And for that help, what we are looking to do is to actually stream, when the kid walks onto the pitch, his bio pops up, and so does the name of the sponsor. So far we've gotten about 25 or so of the boys sponsored, and so it's a little bit tough to have a few that are sponsored and obviously, you know, nothing to the others. So far then we want to just stream the names of the sponsors along while we are viewing, while we are streaming the cricket as well. But the cricket has been very well received. We had a couple of hiccups with not getting a strong enough Wi-Fi signal for the first 2, so we've sorted that out. And hopefully from this Saturday, our friends not only in Barbados but also in the UK and as far as New Zealand and Wales can actually be watching our young men play. And hopefully out of that we're going to have some guys saying, well, look, we want to give this guy an opportunity to come and play some cricket for us, or even a scholarship somewhere and that sort of stuff.
So here's what's happening in sports tomorrow, Tuesday. The Barbados Pride will take on the Trinidad and Tobago Red Force. This is in the opening match of the Regional Super 50 at Kensington Oval. Remember, it's a day-night encounter, so that will start at 2 p.m. Meanwhile, in the earlier game, that's over at the 3Ws Oval, the combined campuses and colleges Marooners, they're set to take on the Windward Islands Volcanoes. That starts at 9 a.m. And in track and field, Eden Lodge Primary will stage their school sports at the Usain Bolt Sports Complex. That begins at 10 a.m. Well, that's sports for tonight, Monday. I'm Sean Green. Good night.